This is episode 10 of Where the Fuck is James Minto? And last night it was episode 9, but I only mentioned James in the actual intro. That was all. I didn't even do a pull-up for him, so I don't think I've done one yet for James, but I did one for like all our friends, really, apart from Nicola and Mark and Socky. I think that's his name. It's pretty funny. Like yesterday, I was like, I saw this surfer, right? Pretty cool wave there. On the Ripper. Oh, that's a big one. Whoa! Shit! Yeah, this guy, he's on like a surfboard slash paddleboard, because he had like a paddle, you know, like one of those big long ones, a big long paddle, and he was standing up on it and then pushing himself out onto the wave, and then he'd surf on the wave for a bit. But I was thinking, like, in this area, right, it's quite a surf focused area. Like there's 3 surf huts. Whoa, fucking hell. Oh, that looked really big. Oh, out there, that. Oh shit, that's a big one. But if you get onto that, yeah, this is the problem here, right? So yesterday, I watched this guy, and I was like, shit, man, these waves are only like 3 or 4 feet high or something. You know, you don't really get a very big surf on them. Oh, that's a cool view. That's what I was thinking, you know, it's like compared to some of the waves that I've seen in Hawaii, these waves aren't that great, you know. That's what I was thinking yesterday. And then this morning I get up and I think the waves are putting on a show, sort of thing. Oh, it's flat now. Fuck. And then they rise up again. But that's one thing that needs to, the tide needs to be right in here for the waves to be good, I think. So it has to be really high tide. But I'm definitely going to look into getting a surfboard. I think it will be like I'd like quite a short one. Just so it's easy to transport. And then I imagine it's, well, I know they're easier to maneuver on the wave. But there must be some negatives with them, like maybe harder to actually like pick up the wave or something like that. But I quite like the sort of you know, you're on your stomach and like paddling forward to get onto the wave, and then like popping up onto it. Oh, that looks like a big one. Oh shit, which way do I go? Yeah, okay. Oh, I should have went that way. So that's the other thing, like, is finding the area that's best for the waves. I think it's really, whoa, shit, that's a fucking big one. That is a big fucking wave. But it seems like that's the problem. You oh, and out there, that looks good. Shit, man. Yeah, that's big. That is big. Fuck. That's it. That's the thing, because whoa. they're getting bigger out there. Like if you get onto it, right, and then it just sort of collapses in on itself. If it doesn't have like an angle, if it's coming straight into the beach, then you just get onto it and, oh well, with that one, okay, so you're on it, and then see it collapse in the middle there. So then you don't really get like a long ride, you just get bundled, you know. But finding the right spot, I guess, is important. And then like the direction. But yeah, I think it's like surfing's one of those things you just go out there and keep trying, and eventually reality rewards you with see there, you could go well, it's a bit of a smaller one, but then you're following it along. It'll be like along there. Yeah, it's like it's pretty fun, and then you have to like wait out again. But yeah, reality gives you a good experience, you know. As long as you just keep going, and eventually you get a fun one. I mean, that's been my experience. Like I've done a bit of bodyboarding on like a, you know, quite a short bodyboard. We didn't, like, my brother and myself did some bodyboarding, and we got we weren't like exactly like toys, you know. It's like in between toys and like because guys do this professionally now as well, like the bodyboarding stuff, which is just like the stage before actually surfing. But we had like quite good ones, you know, and they picked up the wave well enough. But I mean, that's maybe a start. Or, you know, that's what I'm looking for, like a mixture between a bodyboard size and like a full surfboard size, so it's not too hard to carry about. Which is sort of the same with bikes, you know, like a mixture between a road bike and a triathlon bike. That's what I ended up getting this time, and I'd actually prefer like a road bike, you know, like a full-on road bike for hills, because it does make a difference actually. Sometimes you might think like a bike's a bike, you know, if you're paying a decent amount of money and it's like designed for racing, then it's a bike. But there are differences with these things. So, but I've got like the size that I'm looking for and the sort of shape in mind, so hopefully it'll turn up somewhere and maybe not be too expensive. Like I think like maybe about $300 is probably what I'd pay for it. Because I saw in this magazine a guy's like designed his own surfboard for a company, you know. He's like a Maori guy, and it's like quite a big, long and tall one. It's like maybe almost twice the height of the guy, you know, and he's probably about 6 foot. So I think it's like a traditional style one, because they used to be a lot longer. I'm not sure why. They just sort of coast a bit more, you know, instead of like be able to turn and stuff like that. Like these cool turns on the lip of the wave or the crest. But yeah, I don't know if these waves are big enough to. They're good this morning, definitely, but most of the time they're much smaller than this, and it's just they're not really enough. Like the ones that I did in Hawaii, I did just like body surfing, and I caught one. Like I brought for the whole day that we were out, you know, I probably caught like 3 to 5, but not that great except one, you know. And this one took me for, I felt at the time like about 40 yards is what I thought. I'm not that great with distances, probably like 25 to 30 meters. Like a long way, man. So I remember like being pretty like in the deep, and then when I got off the wave, you know, I was like miles away from where I started, but the feeling was great. But that's not something that you can do here really with this size of wave, because it's like a huge swell and then also like the breaker, you know. So it's like a huge amount of water behind you, but these seem a bit more just like little sort of curly ones, and they don't last very long. But I mean, that's one out there, so if you just happen to be there, you sort of have to be in the right place, you know. Like if you're right on that bit and then it's still going in. But that's something that I'd like to design with James's waves. Like design the motion of waves in a computer graphics engine. Just sort of for fun, you know. It is interesting because I mean this is like a pretty straight coast here, you know. But the waves still have an angle to them. Like they don't often come straight into the shore. You see it's got like the angle there. But yeah, surfing's pretty fun. It's like I was in Hawaii for a year and a half and I didn't do any surfing at all. So yeah, it's a pretty cool one. Yeah, I mean it would be nice to do some here, but that's the thing, is it worth it? I've got a wetsuit here, but like oh shit. Yeah, I mean if you're out there all day, and I don't know, it's a good workout as well actually. So yeah, I mean it could be pretty fun. But that's what I'm seeing. These waves just they rise up steeply. I mean, whoa, shit! If you're out there, then fuck, you're just gonna get bundled every time. But then there's, yeah, if you're on that side, shit. I'm in the fucking hole thing, tunnel, or wave tube. Okay, I'll get on the wave tube. I had to paddle a bit. Alright. Well, I've still not actually heard from James, but I've not published any of these videos yet, so he probably doesn't know that I'm searching for him. So I'll maybe publish some today and hopefully I'll hear from him.